I tested this small folding e-bike, traveled few hundred kilometers to see if, folding e-bikes are worth it, because it has pretty small wheels, but it's compact, it's super easy to fold, place in the trunk and stuff like that. And yes guys, it's an unusual format for my channel, but DYU contacted me and asked if I want to make a review of an electronic bicycle. I'm not quite sure why they did so, but I said yes, because I love testing stuff, and it's not an advertisement, they're not paying me. There will be links in the description, but it's not a referral links. I will just give my honest review. So yeah guys, unboxing part. Magic! Boom! It comes like this, and pretty big box, pretty heavy. Okay, I actually forgot scissors, but it seems like box is occupied now. Please let me. Come on, really. Whoop. Here we go, last steps. Okay, let me show you what do we have here. Obviously we have a seat. How would you ride a bicycle without a seat? And it's adjustable. You can completely remove it for transportation purposes. Usually I don't even remove it when I'm folding it and placing it in the trunk. So that's how it looks folded in a trunk. Yes, it can be even more compact, but it's a lazy way of folding it, just like in one move basically. And yes, there is a lot of junk in my trunk and a lot of sand because I have kids, and then we have a pretty small wheels. Yeah, wheels are relatively small. We have a stand here. Pedals are pretty standard, but they are folding as well. It's relatively easy, like this, and unfolding is like this. So yeah, not a problem at all. So folding mechanism here also, pretty easy to fold and unfold it. Folding, unfolding, stuff like that. Then we have a light. This turns on and turns off. Lights are pretty bright, but it's pretty bright now anyways. We have a honk. It's pretty loud honk. And we have this screen. Unfortunately, it only shows level of charge, and that's it. No miles per hour, kilometers per hour, nothing like that. No distance traveled, only level of charge. And we have turn on, turn off button and an acceleration. Another thing that I want to mention, that it has a second seat for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why, to be honest, because wheels are super small, so I don't think it's safe for any child to sit on such a second seat. This second seat, according to description, is rear shelf. A1F has a rear shelf that is more convenient for transporting items. Now, actually, I almost forgot to say that it also has a remote control alarm. It's such keys like this. It has a key to lock it, unlock it, turn off the light, and sound signal. I'm not using these keys at all, to be honest, because I don't know, alarm system is good, but in my opinion it's not gonna stop people who will try to steal it if something, so I trust good old locks, that's my choice. But I'm just saying that there are two keys and they even have batteries. Brakes are pretty good. I'm gonna show you footage of me braking. So yeah, I decided to take this bike and test it in a forest. It's off-road, relatively good off-road. And so far I was like 5 kilometers or something, really small distance. But so far I was going with full throttle, almost not using pedals. And I don't know, it's fine. It's, it's obviously not a mountain bike, but it's pretty easy when the road is relatively good. And this road, as you can see, is relatively good. Look, it's a donkey. Oh, wow, what is he or she doing? I'm not quite sure. I guess having fun. Okay, so I was driving for a little bit here. It's pretty big hills, maybe even mountains, and I tried to travel through like off-road. There is no road at all, it's just a ground, and so far it was fine, but the ground has to be solid, obviously. When the ground is solid, it's like it's fine, even with only throttle. But anyway, the main purpose of this bicycle is to drive on a good bicycle roads, solid and flat, and that's what I was doing a lot in both modes. There are basically two modes. You either use pedals all the time and only help yourself when you go uphill, then you tune on engine and go throttle, or you use only throttle and use pedals only when you go uphill. So when the road is good, like for example here, good bicycle road, driving is not a problem at all, even if you only use pedals. Like spinning pedals is pretty easy, no effort at all, and there is no even need to use throttle electronic engine. Okay, now let's take a look at parameters on official website, and I will compare them with my test results and my impressions. So you see the price is 600 euros and weight is 21.2 kilograms, and yes, the bicycle is pretty heavy. It looks small, it is small, but it's heavy. Weight capacity 75 kilograms. I have no idea what to say. My weight is a little bit higher, but not much, and I had no problems at all. Riding speed 20 kilometers per hour. Now that's interesting, because when I was driving on a good road, asphalt, well road, my speed was usually 24 kilometers per hour. Obviously on a flat road, not uphill, not downhill, but it was like that. On the other hand, when I was driving in a forest, not a great road, it was a little bit lower than 20 kilometers per hour, but not much. So I'm just saying that on a good road it will be a little higher, but this bike is not super fast, and as you can see, maximum speed is 25 kilometers per hour, and that's true. That's extremely accurate number. I drive it for a long time on good roads and never reached higher speed than 25 kilometers per hour. A few times I reached 25 kilometers per hour, but when there is no downhill, just a flat road, 25 is just maximum. Obviously, by using pedals, I was able to add few kilometers per hour, not much at all, but it's just not worth it, because when you go in a full throttle mode, there is almost no reason to use pedals, and maybe, I don't know, you're not supposed to use pedals at all. I'm just saying that you spin them and pretty much nothing happens. Anyway, range in a throttle mode is 30 kilometers, maximum range on one charge. Yes, it's pretty accurate. I would even say a little bit more, because I managed to... I never measured distance, actually. I measured only time, and I was driving for 1.5 hours, 1 hour 40 minutes, was using only throttle mode before running out of energy. So yeah, I would say this number is accurate. Range in pedal assist mode. I'm not quite sure what do they mean by pedal assist, but when I was using throttle mode, I was using pedals only when going up hills. So if it's the case, I'm not quite sure how many hills are there, but this number cannot tell us really much. So yeah, I just cannot comment that. You see, it has waterproof level of IP54. And now let's take a look at power parameter. Rated power 250 watt, and the interesting one that I tested is charging time. It says 4 hours. I don't know, for me to fully charge this bicycle, it always took 6 hours. I don't know, maybe it depends on the type of an electricity network that you have in your home. I'm just saying that I ran out of charge completely like 3 or 4 times for my tests, and not only for tests, and it always took more than 4 hours to charge it. So conclusion, from my experience, A1F, just like I guess any other folding electronic bicycle, is not super fast, and you would rather use it only on a good roads, but its biggest benefit that it's compact. You can fold it with one simple move and fit it into elevator. It's
for me personally, it's the biggest problem actually. And also because it's so compact, it makes transportation of these bicycles super easy. So again, if there are no good roads, no good parks in the place where you live, and you have to drive somewhere using your car, again, just like I do, you just place it in your trunk, go somewhere, then unfold it with one easy move, ride around for a few hours, then just go back home, and that's it. Now, as for this specific bicycle, quality of materials is good. I've been using it for quite some time now and have no problems at all. And yeah guys, I know that it's an unusual format on my channel, but I just wanted to try to do something different, you know, like a small challenge. Plus I like electronic bicycles and bicycles in general, and I like testing stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.